Hello, hello, hello. This is Kathy Cross coming to you on day 34 of 365 and day 3 of Proverbs. I will do some reading of Proverbs this time. Let's see. Well, actually, I'll do some highlights of Proverbs. So I love the Passion Translation, and in it, the topic says the rewards of wisdom. In pursuing wisdom, there are rewards. The first one says, my child, if you truly want a long and satisfying life, never forget the things I've taught you. Follow closely every truth that I've given you. Then you will have a full, rewarding life. So the rewards of wisdom are you will have a full and rewarding life. And then the next section talks about wisdom's guidance. And I want to highlight verse 5, which says, trust in the Lord completely. Some translations say, trust in the Lord with all your heart. This one says, trust in the Lord completely and do not rely on your own opinions. With all your heart, rely on Him to guide you, and He will lead you in every decision you make. Other translations say, trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not into your own understanding, in all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your paths. So, however you look at it, the beginning is trust, trusting in the Lord. And as a kingdom seeker, listening to Pedro this morning, he really broke out the difference between, or the correlation between trust and fear. It's almost like if you don't trust, well, how did he say it? If there's a fear, then there's a correlation with trust. And it's late, so I'm forgetting the parallel as I'm speaking it right now. But there is a correlation between trust, fear, and faith. That would be the other element. Because if you think about trust from a standpoint of things that happen in daily life, such as driving, when someone's on the other side of the road, we trust or we have faith that person's not going to come on our side of the road. And so if there is fear, then there's distrust when there's guarded fear. And fear can be fear, as Pedro, I like how he says that fear is the door. It's the pathway that leads you to faith. It's the pathway that leads you to trust. But that's one I wanted to highlight. And then the next one, oops, the next one is verse 6. Become intimate with him in whatever you do, and he will lead you wherever you go. I like that because having a relationship with the Father makes us more intimate with Him and it makes us closer to Him. And He wants a relationship with us. I want a relationship with Him. And I'm going to put something in the chat. I keep forgetting to do that. So I'm going to put a little something in the chat to see how you're doing. And I'm going to cut this short because I keep saying I'm going to do this earlier, but somehow it gets later and later and later. So I endeavor to come live by 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And let me put something in the chat to say, how are you doing? If you're still up, who's ever watching, if you're still up, I hope you're not my grandson because you need to be asleep. Okay, so how are you doing? I'm gonna put a 100 because I'm doing 100. I'm much better. I think there was another live I did the other day where my ear started popping. So I am so much better. So much better. I'm so grateful for that. Let me share another part, another highlight. Oops. Let's see. Another highlight. So we talked about rewards. We talked about wisdom's guidance. And then there's wisdom's correction. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't really like correction. but I understand the importance of correction. As a, young child, I hated correction. And now that I have grandchildren, they hate correction. But correction helps keep you on the right path. And wisdom correction says, in verse 11 says, "My child, when the Lord God speaks to you, never take his words lightly and never be upset when he corrects you." I just said I get upset, but when the Lord corrects me, I endeavor not to be upset because I know it's wisdom that I am being corrected by. So in those cases, I don't get upset. It says, "Don't get upset when wisdom corrects you." So there we go. I wanted to just share. Oh, I keep forgetting to hit send. How are you doing? Did I hit the send button? I think I did. Okay, I did hit the send button. So just wanted to do some highlights and reflections. Today was a good day. I was able to complete some items on my list, but not nearly as many as I had hoped to. But I am not going to beat myself up about it, and I will focus for preparing for the next day before I go to bed. So, you guys have a great evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Share this with someone who needs to hear about Proverbs and wisdom. So, I will see you on the next